why did sexual reproduction happen in the first place? As we know, 99% of multicellular eukaryotes all have sexual reproduction, and it is most commonly that we see that there are only two sexes. So why have sex, and why only two sexes? So what is sex in the first place? So sex or sexual reproduction is the reproduction that involves the fusion of two gametes in order to form a zygote. So on the surface level, we see that sexual reproduction is extremely inefficient as compared to asexual reproduction, and here are some of the reasons. 1. Individuals are dictated to only half of their population. 2. Sexual reproduction is extremely slow as compared to asexual reproduction. 3. Individuals have to incur the cost and expend the energy to find mates, and nobody has the time for that. So what we do know is that sex is extremely beneficial due to genetic recombination and variation. But there must be more compelling reasons to the emergence of two sexes only, because why not 3, 4, 5 or 6? So in this video, I'll be covering one of the few hypotheses that have been proposed by evolutionary biologists. The hypothesis I'll be covering is the selection for mitochondrial quality. So what is mitochondria? Mitochondria is an organelle of the cell, and it is considered the powerhouse of the cell itself. So in primordial animals, they have a small number of mitochondria in their cells and have low mutation rate, which means that their DNA is less likely to be damaged. But as the cells go through cell division to form tissues or germ cells, which will in turn form gametes, it presents a huge problem. So variance for tissue precursor cells is bad because it increases the chances of a vital organ accumulating all the bad mitochondria, which will be in turn devastating for the individual's fitness. Whereas for gametes, high variance is better as some of the cells may accumulate more bad mitochondria and some may accumulate less, and natural selection will help to sieve the better ones out. Thus, the solution to reconcile both problems is to have more mitochondria in the egg cell. By having so, this will decrease the variance in the mitochondria in the tissue cells, which will in turn make better tissues and organs. This means that the gamete will increase in size, while the other gamete used to fuse with this egg cell will decrease in size in order to increase the variance in gametes due to uniparental inheritance. Thus, from this result, we see that the egg cell that gets larger and contributes majority of its cytoplasmic elements to the zygote becomes the female egg cell, whereas for the cell that decreases in size, it becomes the male sperm. Although there have been many studies conducted, the question still remains largely unclear till today. But nevertheless, sexual reproduction has been a truly remarkable event, and it is the reason why we are all here today.